Welcome. Here in this video we are going to see how to install GitHub and Visual Studio Code in order to do the projects as well as to upload it in the GitHub repository. So in order to install the GitHub and Visual Studio, we need to first download the softwares from the websites. So in order to download the Git, search Git in the Google. So here you will be getting the first link set to be Git SEM. So click on that. So it will be navigating to the next page. So under in the next page, click the downloads. So here you will be having the three different variants. Okay, the software for three different variants for Mac OS, Windows as well as Linux. So based upon the operating system, you shall select the category of the operating system or the category of the software which you are going to install. So here I am going to click download Windows. So in this page you will be having the two type of installers. One is a standalone installers, that is you will be directly installing it in your machine, and another one is the portable, that is you can carry it in your thumb drive or in your pen drive, right? So portably it will be available. So wherever machines you are going to use, you can plug this pen drive into that particular machine and you can use it, right? So here I am going to download the software for Windows, and it is a 64-bit Windows setup, right? So on clicking this, the software will be getting downloaded. So already I have downloaded the software. So this will be the software which you will be getting for Git. Okay, so next for the GitHub, again go to the Google and search GitHub here. GitHub. So here you have to download the GitHub desktop. Okay, so GitHub is a online platform. So GitHub desktop is a software which we can install in our machine. So here the first link is your GitHub desktop download page. So here you can click on this. So here you will be getting another button set to be download for Windows 64-bit. So you shall click on that. So you will be getting the software downloaded in your machine. Okay, so already I have downloaded it here. So this is your GitHub desktop setup software. So then for the Visual Studio, you can come to Google and here is type Visual Studio Code. So this will be your website, and under the download page you can download it. Just click the download page. So you'll be getting this particular page. Here you can see the softwares for Windows, then for Macintosh as well as for Linux operating systems. So here you can click the version which you need, right? So here I am going to click Windows for Windows 10 and 11. So and here the download will get started automatically. Clear? So already I have downloaded it, and this will be your Windows Visual Code setup, right? So now what we shall do is we shall install the softwares one by one. So first of all I am going to install the Git software. Double click over that particular software. So this will be the front page of your Git setup, right? So click the next, and here you can give the location where you need to install the Git software. Okay, so here I am giving the default location, that is C program files. Then click next. So already the folder is there. So if you are installing it freshly, you won't be getting this particular message. So since I have already installed it and the folder is there, it is showing me this folder already exists, right? So I am giving yes and I am proceeding for the installation, right? So I want the additional icon to be displayed on desktop, so I am clicking this additional icon, and then hereafter for all the options you just click the next button. Okay, so here how the software has to be arranged or how the software has to be showed, right? So that name is given here as Git, right? So next for all the cases give the default options as such and click the next button. So next, Then path environment, you just leave it. Then the SSH executable certificate, that also you just leave it. Then the HTTPS, the OpenSSL library, that also leave it. Then Windows style, then default terminal, fast forward or merge. Then the credential manager, then file system enabled caching, that also you can leave it as such. And here you can keep this particular default setting and start the installation. Okay, so it will be taking some time, so let's wait for that. So Git is the software or the location where you will be storing your files in your local machine or in your laptop or in your desktop. Okay, so here you will be storing all the files in your machine, and later on you will be pushing it to the if you need to store it in a cloud, then you can use the GitHub for storing it, right? So next, here the GitHub setup got completed, and here you can click the finish button, right? So now go to the start menu, click it. So here you can see the recently added things. Okay, so git GUI, git bash, and git cmd. So for our operations, you can use the git bash. Okay, so git bash will be in this particular format, right? So here this is the git bash, right? So here you can check whether it has installed properly or not. For that, just give the command git --version. Okay, so here it will be given with the version. Now you can confirm that the Git software has been successfully installed in your machine. Okay, right. So now we can move to the installation of GitHub desktop. So I am closing this. Next, the installation of GitHub desktop. I have click over that. So now the GitHub desktop setup software will be getting started. So here the launching got started. So here the GitHub got installed and it got started. So it got started here, right? So we shall just close it. The next, we are going to install the VS Code setup. So in this VS Code setup only we will be doing all the projects, right? So from the VS Code we will be pushing it to the GitHub as well as Git. So double click on this VS Code setup. So here you have to accept the license agreement, then click next. Provide the default location. This is the shortcut or the explanation for that particular software will be displayed. Then keep the next. If you need the additional icon for the desktop, you just open it, click that check button and then click next, then install. So here it will be taking some time for installation. So now the setup got installed. So click the finish button. So here the Visual Studio code will get started. Okay, so this will be your front page of your Git Visual Code Studio. Okay, so this will be your front page of your Visual Code Studio. Clear, right? So here you can do your projects, right? So already I have created a folder and have done the project, so those are being displayed here. Okay, so the how to work in this particular Visual Studio Code and how to integrate your Git and GitHub with this, I will be explaining it in the next coming video. Thank you.